big part of doing this running thing is not over emotionalizing your training. Recognizing as well that the dopamine and the feel good that you get from the hard activity only happens after like 10 minutes into the hard activity. So it's one of those days where just trying not to get in my head about it and just stacking the wins is the priority. Rana is giving me this thing called 600s Madness. And so it is a speed workout, something that I feel like I need a little bit more of. But 600 Madness is on the menu today, whatever that means. Probably gonna be a warm-up for like 1.5 miles or something, and then a bunch of 600 reps. And I actually like these kinds of workouts because it's not as mentally taxing as like maintaining a pace for X amount of miles. And it's just like a short burst of get this rep done as well as you can, and then jump into the, your rest and then do your next set. So heading out right now. All right, got the monitor nice and tight. Got the shades, no big deal. Going into this with a little bit of coffee that I got from Starbucks. And the cool part about today is that I don't have an extra layer because the weather's finally turning out. So just gonna go into the car real quick and grab my headphones, and it seems like it's not unlocked. All right, we're officially outside. I'm gonna look to start my watch in a second, but what we do first is just walk a little bit, just to calm down before I start. So, all right, it looks like 6 sets of 600s done at a 7:40 and an 8:10 pace, which honestly doesn't seem that crazy to me right now. So just gonna go ahead and get started. There's a 1.5 mile warm up, then a 1.25 miles cool down. So that's what it's gonna be today. And it's very possible that I make my way to the track, which isn't too far from where I am, and set up my phone somewhere, and you guys could see what that kind of looks like from not a bird's eye view, but a ladybug's view or something, I don't know. The view is probably shitty, so I'm just gonna run this first one, see how it feels. Got like 10 seconds left. Again, fast eights. All right, first rep, started out a little quick, but everything's under control. I started at like a 650, just because I was excited, and then lowered it down to an 8, about halfway through the rep, and then sped up towards the end. So I like that pace. Probably gonna start off a little slower though, ideally, and then do that shit 4 more times, Easy peasy, simple as that. Yeah, so apparently doing a 7:45 pace, but it feels good, so we'll try and keep it up. Let's go. Starting to regret the little sip of water that I took before I left. Cramping up. Normal, like culprit area too. Kind of funny. Probably has something to do with my form and like postural collapse that I've been working on, and it has been improving. But when you're flexing a muscle like this for too long, it's bound to cramp, right? So I don't know if I'm just gonna kind of walk this off or wait until I get some water before I do this. I think I'm just gonna suck it up because I only have 2 more reps, and I think by the time I finish the first rep of the 2, I'll find a water fountain. So coming to the end of my rest for this set, and yeah, not much more to say. I'm stacking volume while improperly running. I'm going to teach myself bad habits, and this is
a lesson that I've learned over the years and years of lifting weights and thinking that I was doing it with 100% accuracy and 100% efficiency, when that was just wrong. So let's go. 0.13 left, that's it. I don't know if the form was bad there because I was recording, or if I'm tired. Either way, I think I have one more. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. See, I've done a lot of shit, and nothing is quite as challenging as the sport. I've been through a fire academy. I've tried starting businesses, tried a lot. And this has to be easily the hardest thing that I've ever done. Consistently, that is. Because it's not hard to come out here and run one time and leave it all out there one time. But what is hard is to show up consistently day over day. And this has kind of been the cheat code for me with unlocking like higher versions of myself. It's just committing myself to doing something difficult like this every single day. And is that to say that running is going to be a thing for me always? I'm not sure, but I know that it is right now. I have another set and it's starting right now, but I don't know if I'm going to do it. Oh, there's another minute of rest. I had no idea. My watch just told me. And again, I'm following your run-up plan. And the thing about Run-Up is that it is good in giving you the proper volume to adapt and to improve in the sport. But if you jump into it too quickly, the psychological toll of doing it is just really high. And you have to be able to balance that between like stress management, recovery, and everything in between. So one more set. I think I got like one more minute. Or no, probably like 30 seconds. If you have a message that you want to get out there, this is the sign, guys, to get it out there. One more set. Yeah, the last set is turning out to be a bit much, so I am gonna take my own advice. I'm just taking it easy. The last 2 miles. Almost done. I said I was gonna get water from a fountain like 3 times. And I probably ran by a fountain like 5 times. Just finished that last interval, if you want to call it that. And now I have 1.25 miles cool down, which I'm gonna take my time for. The point of easy miles is for them to be easy and for you to get time on feet. And for all my beginner runners, I still consider myself a beginner, but for all the runners who are even newer to me, newer to the journey than I am, just take things slow, guys. Stop going out there and maxing your heart rate out for 20 minutes and then expecting to improve. You have to have a variety in your training. You have to have days where you go fast. You have to have days where you go medium. And you have to have days where you go slow. It's all a part of the process and it all feeds into each other. But if you're able to just show up, you'll see how everything else kind of falls into place without much more effort. You know, suddenly you care about things that you used to not care about. And you start to pay attention to things that you didn't pay attention to before. And it all helps. It all helps. Nueva York. Guys, check this out. Does it work? I saw this thing online that people are learning to live in states closest to sleep. And I think this might just be me extrapolating here, but I think that I'm the most creative after dumping most of my physical resources. And I say that because when I create these videos after running, I find that I don't stutter, I don't use filler words, and my thoughts are just a lot more collected and coherent. Is this to say that most people would experience this? I'm not sure. I'm not most people, I'm just me. But I challenge you guys to, if you hit a wall creatively, or if you're having trouble just kind of doing something, whether that be an assignment or something that you need to focus on, maybe reading, go ahead and do a little bit of physical activity. And in my experience, it works best when it's challenging and it's difficult, but not too difficult. Because again, the whole goal with training is to knock yourself down so that you can get back up and do it again. Not to knock yourself down so much that it takes you forever to get back up. And not to create so much friction that you eventually come to a halt.
Victory is so sweet. I love coffee.
So, for all those people that were able to make it to this point and listen to me talk for 11 minutes about my training philosophies and experience my struggles with me, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And I hope that you continue to enjoy watching my journey and trying to figure it all out, because at the end of the day, I still don't have it figured out. But I do think that I'm getting closer, and through having this community, which is the whole goal, I hope to eventually connect with every single one of you guys and really build something beautiful here. You guys are experiencing my growth in my running journey, my cycling journey too now, which is super cool. And eventually you guys are also going to see different aspects of my life too. This is the whole point of this YouTube channel, is to build a community around my interests and empower each other to do whatever it is that you're trying to do. And I recognize that with big goals, it takes a lot to move a mountain. And if I can be there in any way for you guys, let me know how I can do that. And my DMs are always open on Instagram. My comment section is always open. And of course, if you feel like this is something that somebody else would appreciate and would resonate with, share it with them. Because ultimately my goal is to get my message across and really empower everybody to be the best version of themselves. Because the truth of the matter is that it's out there. It's within reach. It's not so far that you have to do so much to get there. And I want to be the guiding light for that. I'm just a 25-year-old that likes training, but I do think a lot about a lot of things, and I'm sure that somebody will pull value from it. So again, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.